Hi there, guys. Welcome to the Chronicles of Gamers. We are a podcast that loves to express our love-hate relationship with video games. I am your host, Epo Kushner, and of course, I got the Dark Knight of video games, Gamer Complainer, and I got the Pied Piper of video games, Gamer Composer.
Skank 'em.
Yeah, and we are officially done with E3. Nah, we're officially done with E3. We had a good experience, right, guys? Yeah. All right. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into it's all about the hype. This, of course, is where we talk about any video game related news, any AAA related news, AAA games, big industry stuff that just kind of happened, and it's all about the hype, man. And for us, our hypest moment was freaking E3. E3. So, who wants to kick things off first?
You.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. All right. So 2 years in a row, man. Chronicles of Gamers got in. Had a nice time. We had a good time. I managed to play a few games, not that many, because I was mostly trying to get swag. But I played Cuphead. Pretty much this game is, I feel like this is gonna be like Game of the Year quality game. Like, this game is legit. It's like you can play it single player, but it's better to play with two players. At the event, I found out that only one person was able to beat the first boss, and even I had trouble with it, and you kind of need help. But that first boss was really freaking tough. It's like you fight this flower guy, and he like spouts like seeds and buds and stuff like that, and you're just trying to shoot him. And a lot of I didn't know this at first, but what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to also counter. And that's one thing that's like I didn't know about the game, is that you have the ability to counter in Cuphead. So you can counter enemies' moves, which increase the damage they taken. And then you can use your attacks, which like do okay damage, but it's like the counter is probably the best one to use, but it's like a little tricky to pull off, but the reward is so worth it. And if you're playing with a partner, I also found this out later, if they die, you have to touch their ghost. So when you die in this game, you only have one life. If you start to float through the air, if your partner touches you, boom, instant revive, full health, all that stuff. But if you don't, you're by yourself. But one person was able to beat the first boss with another person, of course. But I mean, that person died, so he ended up fighting like the boss by himself, and he managed to win. He didn't get anything though, which kind of sucked. But he beat the first boss by himself, which is very impressive.
How long was that demo?
The demo was like maybe 3 to 5 minutes, but that final boss was so tough and took people like maybe 10 to 15. Because the line was pretty long. Like,
yeah, it was pretty crowded. Like, it's really bad.
Oh man, we got some stories online. It's just let me talk about the games I played first. I played Kingdom Hearts 2.8. But I mostly played Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Fragment Passage. That's basically the after Birth by Sleep, where Aqua is in the land of darkness. And this is where the darkness starts to consume her memories. So I ended up playing that. I actually have a video up, and I'll put that in the show notes. I'm really liking that game, man. Like, that, I can definitely see why they took their time with that. I didn't get a chance to play the other Kingdom Hearts. Dream Drop Distance HD, but I mean, I'll play it when I get the game. Played Final Fantasy 15, also recorded that. Played against one of the Titan bosses. I don't know which boss that, it might be like the first boss in the game, but played him. Played Street Fighter 5 story mode for a bit. I could really care less.
Hey!
I'm not that huge in Street Fighter story, and I don't even really think Street Fighter has a story, but after doing that, I ended up playing like some casuals against people, and then I tried to make it to the tournament, but I ended up getting there too late. But it's whatever. I tried VR porn, like
random.
Yeah, so I met one of Chase's friends, Ted. And I actually like Ted. Like, he's a pretty cool guy.
Shout out to Raptor Cow.
Yep, shout out to Raptor Cow. And we just decided to go try VR porn, and that was wave of the future, man. Wave of the future. I'll say it like that. If you want to know more, please email us at the Chronicles of Gamers podcast at gmail.com. I'll go into full detail, but I don't want to go too rated MA. I fought with the Horizon Zero Dawn robot on the walking floor, and I won 2 times in a row. I got some video off of that thanks to Gamer Complainer.
Good job, Gamer Complainer.
Right.
Legend of Zelda tried to do that, but the line was way too long.
Like 6 hours.
Yeah. Let's see. I tried Shio the game. It's made by Coconut Studios. Tried Abzu the game, made by 505 Games. Played KOF 14, and I'm liking the way Terry Bogard feels. I like the way Kyo feels too. He feels like a mix of 98 Kyo, or for those who played 13, he kind of feels like EX Kyo mixed with like a regular Kyo. And then Mai's looking really good in this game too. Like her hard fireball really seems to negate other fireballs, and then still keeps going, while the light one just trades. So I kind of like that. And mostly, we were just getting swag on swag on swag.
Sort of.
What you mean, man? Dude, tell me you ain't getting no swag?
I did, but it was weak. It made you work for it. It's frustrating.
But it was still good swag.
Zai. The only one I didn't have to work for was the best one, which was a shirt that I got from The Lost Guardian. And they just were handing them out.
I know, man, but at least we know it's officially coming out because we got t-shirts.
Doesn't mean shit.
We got PlayStation VR lanyards.
Yes, we did. And don't forget the glasses.
Oh yeah, we got some nice fold-in PlayStation glasses as well.
Transformer glasses, folks.
Shout out to the PlayStation View girls for hooking us up.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. And I'm considering getting PlayStation View. Get HBO, and I might hop on board faster. Just saying. I like Showtime. But yeah, that's all the stuff we really tried out. What about you guys? Did you guys try any games?
I tried Abzu.
Abzu.
It's fun. It's Journey Underwater.
I thought of Orca. Was it? Not Ocarina. Ocarina. No. Oh, Echo. Sorry. I don't know about that.
It is similar, I suppose.
Whatever.
But it was pretty fun. My little robot guy got eaten by a shark.
Yeah, man. Fuck
I was upset.
Get the game so you can beat the crap out that shark. What about you guys? What else?
Yeah, I mean, just like Afucution has said, we got a lot of swag. That was what I mainly focused on the first day. Got a cool, like, real retro shirt from NX, who's pretty much lifting Nintendo's, like, seals and games, fonts, and all that stuff. But whatever, I guess they have the license, so it's pretty cool. What else? We got lanyards, we got buttons, we got stickers. Extra Life was there. That was pretty awesome.
Extra Life. Shout out to them.
Played a game called Black the Fall. It's like a swapper type of game, but not necessarily. And what I mean by that, I mean like the movement of the mechanics. I don't actually mean like you're actually swapping, but it's actually like a little 2D side scroller with 3D environment, like puzzle game. Really tactical, and I really enjoyed the puzzles, especially like a sound puzzle near the end. You really have to use your ears. What else we experienced? We actually had a live. We interacted with like a 30-foot screen demo for The Last Guardian, so that's like our closest thing to playing the game. You can like pet the thing, and then it interacts with like real life objects, and it rumbles, and it was pretty awesome. So, yep. Got a lot of swag, like I said.
Swag.
And a couple t-shirts. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Resident Evil t-shirt or the Gears of War t-shirt. They're really stingy at E3. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Now we can go into the topic of like how we really. Now that we talked about the games, now we can talk about how we feel about E3 as an event.
This is really our experience of E3, like this year.
And to be honest, man, it was mostly lines on lines on lines. Like, for Nintendo, I really wanted to try that new Legend of Zelda, but there's like only one station. Like, one station.
Yeah, I think we're just doing it wrong. Like, we should really be pressed and really have like priority, and they should treat us like priority, but they don't. They just treat us like as if we're like nobody.
Yeah, they treat us like we're freaking fans and shit, and I thought that was bullshit.
No, we are fans, but
we're just fans.
We're just a little above because we put this content out, and not to say we're above fans, but you know what I'm saying. Like we have a little bit of priority if we're doing this stuff.
We're there to promote the games and play them. We're not there to fan out and wig out. Even though I did, because I'm at Ratchet. Lost my shit.
That was
Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank, and I lost my shit.
And I tried to get a picture of him, but he was like so fixated on Gamer Complainer.
Gave me 2 hugs and he blew me a kiss.
And Gamer Complainer also met.
What'd you meet?
Angry Joe.
Oh yeah, we met Angry Joe at the Twitch party. Oh, who else did you meet?
The Sack Boy from Little Big Planet. He got no love the other day because I saw him and he was just by himself. And then Ratchet rolled through and everyone's like, Ratchet!
Well, I mean, Sackboy is kind of meh.
But on that last day, he was just standing there and he got so much love.
Everybody ran to him.
Didn't even know where to look because the person in the costume couldn't see shit.
Man, shout out to those guys doing that. I know that must be hard work.
Also, I got a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Payday 2, man. They was just throwing cash out in the air like it was nothing.
I got $5,000.
Yeah, he did. I got 200.
Yeah, fuck Payday 2.
Why? What's wrong with Payday 2?
Because I was standing at the front to get some masks and they just straight up skipped me. Like, they just handed it to the 2 people that were on the outside of me, and they gave this one girl like 18 masks. They just handed like a bunch to her, and they didn't give me one.
Well, I mean, that girl kind of needed it.
No, she didn't.
She kind of did.
She definitely did not. She didn't even have a badge.
That's just how amazing she is.
That's bullshit. Fuck you, Payday.
Yo, man, but yeah, E3.
I actually don't know why Payday is there like every year because I don't ever hear anything about them.
Neither do I.
Like they're there every year. They were there last year. I don't remember. I think they had a game come out or something, but they're never on the floor. They're just inside before the expo. Like they're in the convention area, but they're never on the show floor. It's just really weird.
They can afford enough to be on the outside, but not enough to be on the inside. I mean, they had DLC for Payday 2, but I mean, who the fuck plays that game?
Well, it's funny because they have all that money that they gave away.
Maybe that's the problem.
Stop.
They should have used that money to get themselves in the floor.
Yeah, they spent all that money on masks and shit.
No, I got the money. Hey, that mask came good as a Halloween costume last year.
No one cares about Payday.
I kind of do.
No, you don't.
Okay,
Stop
fine.
lying.
I don't. Should we talk about the E3 parties we went to?
We sort of went to.
What, sort of went to?
Well, we went to the Twitch party.
Ooh, yeah. We danced quarter of the night.
That was a disaster.
The line was long.
The line was okay. I could deal with that. We got in like an hour after they said they were going to let people in without any problems. It's just when we got in there and we started dancing, people hassled us.
Hassle?
Yeah, like follow you around or try and dance with you when your girlfriend or boyfriend is standing right next to you dancing.
I'm not confirming or denying, but I will say people were definitely eyeing Gamer Composer and Gamer Complayer on a dance floor.
We were just trying to dance.
I was shaking it up on the Twitch party. I killed it. Man, last year I was fat. I was out of shape. And this year I got my shit together and I freaking shook it up.
We danced pretty well, but people ruined the night. Thanks, guys.
I didn't do anything.
I shook it up.
We shook it up.
I had a lot of good dance moves.
Yeah, those two definitely did. Like they formed a circle. Like people just started gravitating towards them from huge distances.
And we went to 8-Bit Live. We found some cool musicians. NK Riot, shout out. You have a really great set. You're a really talented dude.
Yeah, man, that was actually pretty damn good. High key.
And there was a couple other bands there that were really good. So that was fun.
Are we going to mention Bethesda?
Oh, okay. Now we got to go into the next one. We're going into the Bethesda bullshit 2-line fuck you.
2016.
Let's start off with the day beginning on Sunday of Sonic.
Okay. So, me, Gamer Composer told me about the Sonic Revolution thing, that there's supposed to be some big event for Sonic fans at E3. Of course, my happy-go-lucky ass, who's a huge fan of Sonic, said, yes, let me definitely play to get the fuck in. And I decided to pay for the Super Sonic package, which is like $20.
Ooh, pretty pennies.
I didn't even know what was in it. I was just like, yo, Super Sonic. I love Sonic. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to pay. Gamer Composer, Gamer Complainer paid this, classic Sonic $10.
$10 total. Thankfully.
Yes, thankfully. And then,
Well, actually, it was $10 each.
That was $10.
No, it was 10 because you paid 15.
No, I paid 20.
Oh, okay. So
and then yours was probably 10, right?
Yeah, I think I paid 10.
So you paid the classic. Classic was 5.
No.
Yeah. So we, first we're trying to find a place, and then we see it's at the Holiday Inn. Now, of course, it's already kind of sketchy because it's at the Holiday Inn. That's what Game Planner kept saying.
Yeah, that should have been your first morning. It's not even in an exhibition or an expo or a venue. It's at a fucking inn. Not even a hotel. An inn.
Okay, but in my defense, Chingy did kind of hype up the Holiday Inn. So...
Yeah, to stay, not to go to a fucking convention.
Well, he should have been more informative when he was singing the damn song, right? So we decided to go in. I'm like super excited. Like if you saw my face, like I had a smile from like ear to ear. Like I was looking like the fucking Grinch after he just took people's presents. And we actually didn't even go to the front desk. We just went into like one of the back doors, which was just open, wide open, like completely open. And what do we see? We see a bunch of kids. Maybe
not
like
even a bunch. Like it was empty as fuck.
Man, and then we saw like one artist booth with like decent art, and then like towards the left was just a bunch of, or towards the right was like a bunch of people selling some shit. And then, like, towards the side, there was, like, a guy's YouTube channel where he's, like, a Sonic fan. And he just had his YouTube channel thing up. And then he just had a freaking computer just playing his YouTube video of Sonic. He wasn't even there. He just left.
I don't even see that. Is that weird guy that was, like, near towards the back, but near a door that we kind of came through?
No, it's like towards where all those people were sitting listening to the Sonic Boom people. By the way, they had the Sonic Boom fucking voice actors. Who is proud to admit that they're... Oh my gosh.
Another thing, we just walked right the fuck in. Like, we went through the wrong door, and people looked at us, and they're like, whatever. Like, we probably could have gotten in for free, because no one... You have to understand the size of this place. It was like the size of maybe a living room and a half. And like they had a bunch of round tables like you'd see at a cafeteria.
I should have took a picture.
And some seats set up and a few like shitty ass tables with some... They didn't... Oh my gosh. They had this fucking knockoff Sonic game. What the fuck was it called?
Oh my gosh. It was like Shao or Bingo or Sheen or... It was like a mix between Knights and a Chow. And it was just horrible.
They didn't even have Sonic there. They had some other bullshit knockoff game. And then people selling like knockoff Sonic merchandise.
Oh my gosh.
With knockoff Sonic magazines.
So I was actually looking through the magazines and I'm listening to the two vendors talk and they're just like, so how much did you pay for all this stuff? And he's like, pay? I was like, I just found this random stuff and I just brought it to the event. He literally said he found this stuff and he just brought it to the motherfucking event and to sell it.
Fell off a truck type of shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it was just mostly Shadow. It's like the Knight Sonic game where Sonic ended up being a knight and it was like Shadow's Knight, Silver Knight type stuff. Maybe a few Sonic book bags and t-shirts and Knuckle t-shirts and stuff like that. And then like a bunch of old Archie Sonic comics. Which, by the way, he probably found off the back of the freaking truck, so he probably didn't have to pay shit for it, so he's making a killing.
It was whack. So let's move on to the next thing.
Yeah,
Thanks for the validation, Sonic Revolution.
Oh, and $10 for parking. We were only there 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, man. You would think that'd be free, but no, bitches.
And the lady's like, it's normally $22.
Like she was doing us a
discount.
favor. Oh, my gosh, yes. Gee, thank you for $10. Hey, how about it being free? Anyways, though, and then from there, we go into the Bethesda line. Shout outs to Bethesda.
Oh my goodness. These guys. Man, fuck you guys. I can't stand you. Like, there's a standby line. I understand what a standby line is. It means if the other people who don't show up and they have a ticket, you get in. No big deal. We got there at 2:30 at 3 o'clock. And we stood in that line for 6-something hours. We asked the people who were running the event or who was moderating the lines, what's going on? Are you going to be able to reach capacity by X amount of people so we can know to get the hell out of Dodge? What happens? The press conference already starts at 7:15 or 7 o'clock. We're in line still at 7:20, and they're like, we've reached capacity. And then she barely talks to like only 10 people in the front of the line when there's like over 1,000 people in line. It doesn't even come to the back.
Oh man, it's like I've never seen Chase just turn on. It was like Chase went into the Chicago mode, like real fast.
Granted, let's remember that I was cool for about 5.5, 6 hours. I was only pissed until she said we reached capacity, because we watched the whole other side of the right line with Tom, Dick, and Harry go in. Like people who just, you could tell was not a part of anything. They just like hopped on the bandwagon for some stuff because it was Bethesda's second E3 press conference. So I was cool the whole time. I had a good positive attitude. I was like, we're going to get in. It's not a big deal. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. And we didn't make it. So then I lost my shit.
What's stupid is they weren't even letting Bethesda employees into their own press conference.
Oh my god.
They're like, back of the line, we work for Bethesda.
I got a story on that shit. So I got pissed after like 4 hours in. I was like, fuck this. I'm going to go to the front. And we have footage. Yes, I recorded this. I said, fuck this. I'm going to go to the front of the line, ask, what's the deal? How many seats? Are we at least semi-guaranteed to get in? So I get to the front. I'm about to open my mouth. This lady from Bethesda, literally, I think like the CFO or something, like she had to be high up. She was like, hey, like they walk, like her and their like a bunch of other suit people walk in. They're like trying to get in. Security's like, no, you gotta go to the back of the line. But she said, no, we have our passes. We're supposed to be here. And he's like, I'm sorry, we're not letting anybody in. You gotta go to the back. If you have those passes, just stay on the left side, go to the back. And then she was like, but we paid you to do this. Let us in. And then she's like the guy's like, no, we're sorry. And then another security person's coming up and he's like, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. And it's just like, but you can ask like, so like they wanted to ask the guy that was actually running the event. And he was literally on the opposite side of the gate looking at them. And then he's like pretending to talk to somebody else or something. And then she's like, come on, just all you have to do is just get them. And then they were just like, no, we can't do that. We're just following instructions. We were told if you have your the barcode and the scanner, just stand on the left side. So you have to go all the way to the back. They're like, no, we're not going to do that. And they're like, go get somebody. So then another employee from Bethesda comes out and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. What's going on? And then he's like saying, yeah, let me see what's going on. So they're like, they decided like, we're not going to go to the back. So they went to the side and like they went to maybe across the street. They're waiting for confirmation. Now, at this point, all I did was go up there. I asked like, hey, so what's the deal? Well, how many seats? They're like, 2,000 seats. You should be okay. Like they weren't even 100% sure. They just said like, you should be okay. Like, just continue waiting. And I was just like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, we're sure. Just continue waiting. Everything will be fine. So I'm like, all right, fuck this. I'll go to the back. So I'm walking to the back and I still see those people still waiting there. As I'm walking to the back, another Bethesda lady. So it's like, there's this guy from Razer walking up as I'm walking back to the line. And he's like, I don't know what the big deal is. I got told to wait to the back of the line as well with a barcode. And like one of the Bethesda employees like, no, you don't have to do that. You can just go to the front. So he's like saying, are you sure? Because I just got told by security and somebody told me the same thing. And then he was like, the person from Bethesda's like, no. All you have to do is just go to the front and I'll let you in. I promise. You got your barcode and scanner. We know who you are. Just go to the front. And he's like, okay. And I was just like, wow, even the people from Razer can't even get in this motherfucker. And next thing you know, I get back to the line and I'm still looking up. I'm still looking at the people. I'll probably say about 30 to 45 minutes they had to stand there just waiting to get in, which caused a commotion just to get in. And I think they probably got in. I just stopped looking at that point. But it was just so funny. Like, all these execs couldn't get into the fucking conference.
Look, numbers don't lie, Bethesda. Count your motherfucking seats next time and count your motherfucking tickets and give out the other stuff. And don't even bother blue balling us with a standby line if you know people are going to show up and come in. You should have things that are confirming before the people say, hey, are you going to come out? We have the technology. You have software engineers. Create these apps. Just do the right thing and have the stuff organized properly. You got In-N-Out trucks coming, teasing us. La Carte, like,
I got videos for that.
Coming in. You know, they're wiping their trucks down like it's Pimp My Ride over a barbed wire fence. It's ridiculous. And you got in the most sketchiest area of East LA. It's not safe. Get your shit together. Don't ever pull no bullshit like that again, or I will be firing off for sure.
Or at least, like, communicate with the people waiting in standby.
Thank you.
You know, at least 3 hours in advance, so we're not waiting for fucking 6 hours thinking we're gonna get in when you're separating the lines, or you're like, people without this pass go on this line, people without this pass go on this line. Oh, we can fit 3,000 people. And then 7 o'clock rolls around, the press conference happens, and people who have a barcode are still fucking standing like stupid asses waiting in line. And 20 minutes later, you come out and say, yeah, after party, you might get in, you might not, you know, we don't know.
We're only letting 100 people, even though we see 2,000 people standing outside. Okay, well, you could have let us know that like 3 hours ago because you fucking knew that, and you could be saying that. So next time, grow some balls, get some better, you know, coordinators, fire the motherfuckers that you have, get some better PR people, and just get your shit together. Come on, you're supposed to be professional? Really? Really? Do the math, Jaguar.
Man, what kind of pissed me off, though, is the fact that we did an online, like, they had us fill out this form just to say, at the end, like, once we filled it out, hey, by the way, just because you get this confirmation code doesn't mean you're able to get in. In fact, that's what we got throughout most of E3. Almost every event we had to go to, we filled out all this information. We get this fucking barcode that, like, people put this on Event Planner and all this other shit. Eventbrite, sorry, thank you. They put this shit on Eventbrite, and they're just like, fill out this information, put your stuff in. You know, you got a small amount of time and stuff like that. And they're just like, hey, by the way, just because you did all this stuff and you get this confirmation code doesn't mean it's a guarantee for you to get in. It's still a first come, first serve. So it's like, why the fuck did I fill all that stuff out?
Look, just, you know that you make this stuff secret anyway. You know that you're going to be giving out barcodes to certain executives and whoever you want to show there. And I understand about seat fillers and stuff, but you know who you want to be there. So just give out the amount that you want the people to be there. It's not hard. And make sure those people just come up and make sure they confirm, start calling penalties or whatever, and people will definitely start showing up or some way, so last minute, and you'll get your seats filled. But to have 2,000, 1,000 people standing out line in the freaking heat with no shade, no lemonade, no drinks, no apples, no snacks, no crackers, no fans, nothing, fuck you.
You could at least give us some fucking water, man. You gotta stand out there like fucking dogs in heat and shit.
So get your shit together. Unfortunately, we don't mean to be negative. That was our E3 experience. We were supposed to have some fun. I really thought we were going to get in. But like I said, we experienced some decent parties. We saw a lot of cool stuff. Met some decent people and things like that. We want to let you guys know. Like, that's something that you might experience, you know, one year. If you don't know, no one tells you anything. Even, you know, you go on these like little Slack channels and Twitter things and email lists and try to sign these things up. It's still not going to let you in. Because it's a popularity contest, it seems like. So just be prepared. If you don't get in, they're really, really, really picky. You're almost best just watching it at home, throwing a party at your local bar, and having a good time.
Like, man, even the PlayStation Experience thing. By the way, when we did that, we literally filled out that information 2 to 3 minutes after it went up. You know what they told us at the end? Just because you filled out this information does not mean it's a guaranteed in. It's still a first come, first serve.
That's at a movie theater. To watch the press conference in. That's not even at the actual venue that it was at. It's in a movie theater. There's only one movie theater in Los Angeles. You know how many movie theaters are in Los Angeles? You can't stream other things in the other movie theaters? Really?
I guess not.
We got fiber optic? Really?
Nope.
come on, son, fuck out of here.
Chicago has 2, man, and both of those got filled up. And guess what? It was still first come, first serve. So even if you were the first one that filled it out, you still had to wait. That means that those few people that came with their one friend that probably filled it out, they got in and they didn't have to do shit. They just came. That's it.
So it seems like the EA showcase outside, whatever you want to call it, was a success. A lot of people won some stuff. They gave away some water bottles, some snapbacks, some Titanfall stuff. No games, really. Mixed Doritos went hardcore. They had a little arcade thing where people performed in it. Actually, the sound design and the music was because it was an artist that they picked. But I don't understand, you guys. I really don't get it. You have really good video game remixers out there, and I mean, you can find them. Look at OCR Remix. I'm not a remixer. I could be, but I'm not a remixer. I'm a composer. I could do it, but you have really people who James Landino, Ben Briggs, DJ Cutman. You have really good DJ remixer there. But no, you guys want to find your local Afrojacks and Quiz Khalifas. I'm sorry, we don't really listen to that stuff. 8-Bit LA, they know their set folks. They know what they're doing. Those people are really good, video game remixers or artists. And you guys need to be definitely having them headline. I don't want to see the same people that Power 106 is gonna do, or WGCI is gonna do. Get some artists that match the event. It's just that damn simple. It's simple. Let's just do that. How good was the music, guys, for the other party?
For 8-Bit, the shit.
It was awesome.
It was fucking amazing. I was surprised.
The hook, cracking. The floor was about to bust beneath us. Twitch Party 2014. That's the shit you need to be bumping. That's the shit. Gaming Complainer, tell him.
Oh yeah. Well, the first Twitch party we went to, that DJ was off the walls, fucking awesome.
2014.
Yeah, 2014. He played video game remixes, and he was fucking scratching with them and DJing with them and shit. It was amazing. And they had burlesque dancers coming down and shit. It was nuts.
I got video of that too. We can post that later.
Please do. Please do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you do go to E3, as much as it's amazing to get in and do all these shit the try the games and stuff. After the Bethesda thing, and that was on fucking what was that, Saturday, right? Sunday. That was on Sunday, so that's why we didn't want to fucking stand in line that much Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It was just that bad of an experience. I love games too. I want to try them. I want to play them. But at this point now, it's just and I know people could be oh, well, these companies got to do this and, it's not 100% sure. No, no. They know what the fuck they're doing. They're just having all these people come out because I feel like they just want to take pictures or record and say, this is how amazing we are. This is our dedicated fans and shit like that. Nah, man. These are people that want to get the fuck in and, listen to your... we love you as fans, but you're not treating us as fans. You're treating us as fucking cattle.
Yeah, and gamers, you're not helping by running crazy and dropping in lines outside at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. Calm your ass down with all that. Get a life, play some games for a little bit somewhere, go read a book, and do something like a human being. Don't give in to what they're trying to do because they're just gonna treat us like shit. Have some fortitude, have some character, and some ethics about yourself. And just, go with the flow and let it take you. But don't just give into what they're they know that you want it. But just, it's playing hard to get, right? Just do that.
Don't try to justify that shit. Because then, number one, they're going to keep treating you like shit. Or number two, they're going to get lazy.
They get real lazy at E3.
They're almost there, man.
They don't care. They're oh, well, people are going to show up and just deal with it versus hey, let's handle this the right way and make sure everyone has a good experience because it's not easy to get in. And it's really crowded and it's hard to get around here. And everybody's there for the same thing. They want to play all the new games and everybody should have an opportunity to play all those new games and play those demos and shit. But it just doesn't happen for everyone because the lines are so fucking long and it's so disorganized.
How many people attended this year?
Over 70,000.
Whoa, we had 70,000 people at E3?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. It felt like 100,000. With all the fucking lines and maybe one or two station setups, the fuck?
Well, let's be well, luckily Wednesday was like actually like the best day it felt like, because we actually got separated from one another the first day. So the last day was actually, like, I feel like the best day. Like people chilled out, they went home. You know, they had some food, they got some rest. They weren't like freaking Days Gone zombies.
Oh yeah, it was better.
It should have been open until 6 on the last day. Because that day, it definitely, everyone sort of like waited out and everyone's like kind of chill and relaxing. But the lines were shorter, so you could possibly play the games, but they closed them around like 5:30.
Yeah, and they opened the show floor on the first day at noon. Last year, they opened at 9 or 10 at least.
And it closed around 6 at that point. And then even Thursday last year closed around 6, man. Like,
E3 show floor needs to be open at least 7 hours. I'm sorry for the people who got to work it, but there's other conventions that definitely do longer, like show floor hours, or that make it happen and do it. And just, you know, they got the money, $70 billion industry. Manage your money better and hire the right people. Like, I know Razor's hiring, so go ahead and check them out. I don't know what they're going to be doing.
Shout out to Razor.
Yep, they're pretty cool.
Yes, they are.
I think they should just move E3 to a bigger convention center or just a bigger place in general, because it's just in LA it's already chaotic, like just being down there, like especially near the Staples Center, like it's during the week, like it's insane, it's horrible, and I can't believe they still do this shit in LA. Like they need to move it to Anaheim or somewhere that's a little bit more spaced out. And the convention center is in like downtown LA, like almost the heart of LA, whereas like in Anaheim, it's more like off to the side or whatever, or away from like, you know, big traffic and big shit. It's right next to the Staples Center, like the most fucking packed place you could go in Los Angeles. You got 2 fucking sports teams and a hockey team that play there. Like it's nuts. It's fucking mayhem. So they need to consider either a bigger venue or just, you know, maybe PlayStation has their own thing from now on. I think they're trying to move towards that because they're like, A3, like, we're not really feeling it anymore. We just want to have our own convention dedicated to our game, since we have enough and we have a huge fan base that's willing to show up.
I mean, Nintendo's doing that, so because they didn't show up at all at E3, just one game and a big ass screen.
No. They had 2 games.
Oh my gosh, 2 games and a huge, gigantic Omega screen.
And a big treehouse.
Oh, Nintendo. Woo.
But I think that would be better, because when you have all those in one place, like someone might just be there for Xbox, but someone might just be there for PlayStation. Well, then now you have double the people or triple the people there for just one thing. Whereas if you have a specific convention, it's like if you're just a Sony fan, just go to the Sony thing. You don't have to worry about Nintendo shit or whatever.
I'm liking this idea.
I think that would be better. It's like how EA is probably not going to show up anymore. It's like,
EA Sports, we got your money.
I want EA to come out with some better games. I'm not really sure about the lineup they have right now, but that's just me. Other people are excited.
You got Titanfall.
I don't think they're really sure either, to be honest.
Yeah, man, you got Titanfall.
No one cares.
You got FIFA 17.
No one cares.
You got NBA 17.
No one cares.
You got NFL 2017.
No one cares. People like the show better than like MLB.
You got the
show.
show 2017.
No.
You got everything EA, man.
Where are the good games?
I don't know. That's where I was wondering from EA. Let me know.
I don't think they knew either. They're like, nah, we ain't even setting up a booth.
They really
We'll give
didn't.
you some free hats. Oh, wait, they're Green Bay Packers hats. Sorry.
Damn. They really were.
I mean, I would have gotten it to sell it. I know someone would have bought that.
I wouldn't have. I would have got it to burn it. Fuck Green Bay.
Burn it?
Yes.
Nah, man, sell it. Make money.
Then I have to touch the hat. Ugh.
But yeah, I definitely think they should move to a bigger venue, because it's just way too packed. They could put more games, like demos up, and they could I think people just have a much better experience, especially in terms of traffic and flying and all that shit. And LA is expensive. Like food, I went to the fucking food truck, right? I was fucking pissed. All I got was this tiny ass burrito bowl, $9, and she said she gave me a discount. You know what her discount was? $1. She's on some bullshit. It's normally $10. I got it to you for $9. I can't get a free drink or something? Like, give me a fucking break.
Yo, normally you pay $23 for parking, but I got you guys $10.
It was some bullshit. Like, people in LA think they're doing you a favor. They're on some bullshit.
Hollywood.
I was so mad.
It's
And it
just
wasn't
the
even
lights.
good. The meat was fucking horrible. Like, they got it out of the trash or something. I was just starving. So I didn't care.
Was it really that bad?
It was. It, like, the meat was, like, fatty. Like, it wasn't lean like how carne asada should be. They're just, and it took fucking 25 minutes for me to get my fucking food. It's a fucking truck. It was a burrito bowl. You just throw that shit together. I could do that shit in 5 minutes. The meat's already cooked.
She's going
And it was $9.
Hey, and
$9. I could get fucking 3 meals for $9.
she is mad right now, folks. And hey,
I'm halfway to a steak.
This is just hilarious. Hey, and by the way, Chicago guy being in LA traffic, I was like shocked at how many people just like space out and do the most dumbest, ignorant shit. Hey, let me go to the left lane and go back to the right. Then we go to the side and like stop for a second, look up at the sky.
They're doing dance moves, man, with their car.
DDR on the freeway.
It's so bad. Like, I was like, the fuck, man. One guy literally came into like the lane where Gamer Composer was driving, and then he decided to go back and then come back again to go to another lane. I was like, what are you doing?
DDR on the freeway.
And then LA traffic is just as worse.
It's because people don't know how to drive, and the roads are a piece of shit. They're so bumpy, and like they got potholes and just old as fuck. Then they're still trying to do construction.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing, because by the time fucking next year rolls around, this shit's back to normal again.
At LA, you know, we could literally sit here and just talk about it all day, but yeah, that's our E3 experience. So it's still good to go, but be prepared.
We have fun. We're talking shit, but we have fun.
Yeah, we did, but just be prepared.
It's a great atmosphere.
And be careful of Lyft, man.
Also, side note, be careful of the parties, especially if you're a girl, because some chick got roofied.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Some guy.
A chick was supposed to get roofied, but the person who did it put it in the wrong person's cup or some shit, and he ended up roofing a guy. Which, I mean, it's not funny, but it is kind of funny.
He was like, damn it. That's a waste of money.
That sounds like a hangover situation right there.
All the way.
We can't make this shit up. All right. Anyways, though, we're just going to wrap that. I mean, we're going to go to the next segment. So stay tuned, folks.
What the heck are you going to do when the block apocalypse happens? Better call Ball. See, Ball's world was black and white until vibrant alien blocks fell from the sky and destroyed civilization. It's going to be up to Ball to save it. Super Happy Fun Block is a puzzle game in which changing the color of the world alters reality. You have to maneuver through treacherous obstacles, uncover hidden secrets, and outsmart the blocks to help Ball save what remains of humanity. Super Happy Fun Block has received 5 out of 5 on the iTunes App Store and 4.5 stars on Touch Arcade. People love it. The Chronicles of Gamers is giving away a special copy of the game, but only one lucky winner will win. All you have to do is guess Efucutioner's favorite track of the Super Happy Fun Block soundtrack and what video game track it reminds him of. The first person to answer correctly will receive a download code to the App Store for the game. Write your submissions to the Chronicles of Gamers podcast at gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Remember, Super Happy Fun Block is available now on iOS and is coming soon to Android and PC. Don't let Ball's world stay black and white. Bring some color to his life.
Hi there, guys. Welcome back. And now we're getting into True Story. This is where we talk about any video game related stories that you want to bring up, any video game like achievements or amazing things that you did that's just like so excited that you just want to share it. True Story. So, who wants to go first on this one?
I'll go first.
Do it.
So we weren't at E3 during the Sony press conference, but we watched it at home. And and I was pretty excited about a few of the games, but one of them I got a little bit too excited about. So some scary shit came on the screen, and they said it was VR. And the Resident Evil 7 title came on the screen, and I lost my shit. And in our house, we have these pillows, but they're shaped like balls, like they're round. And I got so excited, I jumped up and I nut shot a gamer composer. Just threw that shit right in his nuts.
So fucking funny. From now on, I will always think of Resident Evil 7 as ball busting. It's a ball busting game.
I mean, that shit's scary, busting balls.
E3, folks.
If I'm quiet, it's because I'm still in pain.
Man, it was really bad. It was so funny, but it was so bad.
Thanks, Resident Evil 7. Now we might not have children.
Oh my gosh. All right. So my E3, my true story is after doing the whole conference and stuff like that, Gamer Composer has he has like a decent collection of games. So we decided to go into the studio, and I'm like, you know what? I want to try one of these, Game Boy games. And he tells me about this one game that he felt I wouldn't make it past the fucking start menu.
I really didn't think you would. And you struggled quite a bit.
Yeah, so I struggled for so the game I played was Batman Forever on the Game Boy. But he connected
a really good game.
Yeah. He connected it using the Super Game Boy into the Super Nintendo.
You can't see shit on the Game Boy.
Yeah, you really can't. So,
but I love the Game Boy.
He started the game up, and I literally was stuck 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And
well, hold on. Let's back up a bit.
Okay.
I offered you the manual. And you're like, I don't need that. I said, okay.
Yeah, so I was pretty penisy and said like, yo, I don't need no fucking manual. So, he puts it in, starts the game, and for 15 minutes, I'm literally selecting what weapons I am. And I'm just like trying out all the buttons, and I'm just like, how the fuck do you get past this? And I literally, I was about to stop playing and be like, all right, he's right. I can't get past the start. But I'm like, wait, hold up. So I go back to the main, and then I did start select, or I just pressed start twice, and then I started the game. And I was like, yes, I did it. It was so amazing. But as soon as I start the game, the AI in this game is like high level intelligence. Like they really recognize patterns. Like I was getting hit by shit and the game kind of felt like it had you had an uppercut as you're playing Batman, and so does the enemies. So it was like it wasn't X, it's like Y to, what was it, B to jump, A to...
Yeah, if you think about Game Boy controls, it's only B and A, start and select, right? So, one of those. Probably B.
Right, so...
up B is uppercut.
Yeah, up B was... No, down B.
Down up B.
Down B was uppercut.
See, you need that manual. You're forgetting already.
No, down B was uppercut. And then you also have sweep, and then you do punches and stuff like that. So I'm doing that, and the AI is really fucking smart, man. They will... And I didn't know about the block button. That took me 25 minutes to finally figure out. So I'm running around trying to do this, and I beat all the enemies. And then at first I was stuck at the first part, where the fuck do I go? And Gamer Composer was just not telling me shit. He was just quiet as fuck. And I eventually was just trying out buttons, and then I was just all right, I'm trying to jump. So I'm like, what if is there a super jump? And I just went down, up, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a super jump in this game. Get up to the next stage, get another person, and I'm just like, yes, I did it. And I'm just like, all right, I'm going through this level, basically punching and kicking, destroying stuff. And once again, it's just I'm like, okay, I got super jump and stuff like that.
I was really impressed when you figured that out. When I was a kid, I think that took me days on end. I think I was in 4th grade around the time, or 3rd grade. That took me days to figure that out. I mean, you're older than a kid, obviously,
yeah,
so it makes sense. But as a kid, that shit is hard.
It
couldn't beat the level.
So, but super jump, got the guy, saved a few people. Then I get to this elevator, and I'm running low on health and shit, and managed to beat a few people. The enemies are really fucking tough in this game. Then I managed to face Two-Face, or I think it would look like Two-Face. Almost beat him the first time, but he hits me with like a fucking knife or gun or some shit. But I ended up replaying them. All I needed was one hit, got past the first level, and like Gamer Composer was like, "Oh shit, that's amazing! You actually beat the first level." And then like the next level is like you're at this carnival and shit, right? And
It's actually a circus.
oh, circus. Well, I'm at the circus, and you know, beating the enemies, and then I go down this pit, and I'm in this pit, and it's just like, how the fuck do I get up? Because I'm super jumping, and it's like I can't get through. So literally, it takes me 15 minutes, and I'm just like, I gotta figure out what my other buttons are. Oh, by the way, I figured out if I do quarter circle forward, an attack button, I throw a batarang, and I figured that out after realizing I could super jump. So because I was
only
thinking
based off of the menu that you were stuck on that you were able to do that, because that is you chose that. You just didn't know what you were choosing.
I didn't know what I chose, but I chose
the manual.
Well, I didn't want the manual at that time, but I had the boomerang or batarang, whatever the fuck it is, and it's just like I figured that out. You know, quarter circle forward, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like how do I get out of here? And he's like, you gotta access your second weapon, man. And I was like, what the fuck is my second weapon? So I'm literally trying shit out, and then like out of nowhere, I had this grappling hook come out, and I was like, wait, how the fuck did I do that? And I'm like, is it quarter circle forward? And I'm like, no. All right, think, Afusa, think. This is almost like fighting games, man. So if it's not quarter circle forward, maybe it's half circle forward, maybe it's DP motion. None of that shit's working. So I'm like, damn it, man, I'm doing all the fucking no chase. I'm like, wait a minute. And I literally thought of Mortal Kombat, and I was just like, Mortal Kombat doesn't have that. It has easy input. So I'm like, this game wouldn't have something that special as. So I started like, instead of doing quarter circle forward, I just went down forward and into an attack button. And then out of nowhere, grappling hook comes up, and I'm just like,
oh my gosh.
So mindfucked.
So you know that game is made by Acclaim, right?
No, yeah. Now,
you do?
Now.
Oh, now? You didn't look at the splash screen when it came up?
No, I was too busy pressing the start button going like, let's start this shit.
Yeah. Same developers of, what's that fighting game you just mentioned?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. But nice work, though. I mean, you actually invited me to think about, I sucked at like Mortal Kombat on Sega back in the day, but I was decent, but I wouldn't, as a kid, again, like I wouldn't have never figured it out. Hence, I need the damn manual. So thank God for that, because I never actually beat the game when I was a kid. I actually used cheat codes to get through it because I got stuck in that same pit. So, bravo to you, man. Bravo. Cheers.
Oh, man. And that was like the most challenging but most rewarding. And I actually almost made it to the second boss until like the enemies just like vastly like outnumbered me and I lost. And this was during E3. Oh, I also played the Ninja Turtles game. And that game was a fucking bitch, man. Fuck that game. Fuck all Game Boy. You know what? I feel like if
hey.
Let me rephrase that. All right.
Thank you.
Hey, man, you're over here playing Donkey Kong and getting through. Okay, I don't hear you complaining.
That's true.
Thank you.
I'll put it like this. I feel like if kids nowadays were to play these old Nintendo games, I'm curious to see if they can like get past the first level.
They wouldn't. Games are way too easy now.
Oh yeah, especially that Ninja Turtle game, man. That thing was so freaking hard. And then I had to face like what was it, Rocksteady with a freaking gun. He had a gun. Why does Rocksteady need a gun?
He always have a gun?
No, Rocksteady had his nose, man, because he has a horn.
Pretty sure he has a gun too.
Well, I need to watch the old cartoons then.
Yeah, you do.
But anyways, I played that game, beat him, but I had to lose freaking Raphael. But I beat him with Leonardo. Then the second stage, I got close to the final boss. Like, all I had to do was just make it past this pit. Then out of nowhere, I see this, like, I had low health. I see this flying pizza going through the air, full pizza. And I'm just jumping up to get it. And I see, like, this ninja enemy literally comes out in front of the pizza. Like, he's moving faster than the pizza's being thrown. And I'm like, and then he just kills me. And I'm just like, no, screw this. I just lost 2 turtles before facing the freaking boss. I'm done. So yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah, that's my true story.
I tried playing that game. I think I beat the first stage, but yeah, like if you use up all the turtles, then you start all the way over from the beginning. It's a really hard game, but I appreciate the Game Boy games because 1, it teaches you patience, and 2, you appreciate like you get an actual challenge, and it takes you time. And if you do, it does take you a year or so to beat it. Like, it's gratifying. Except Castlevania Adventure. I don't know who beat it out there. If you did, please tweet at us and let us know, or write us to our email, because I want to hear your story about how the hell did you beat that game. I'm actually genuinely interested and would love to know. Yeah, I could watch YouTube. Screw that. I want to hear from you guys. So let me know if you guys beat Castlevania Adventure on Game Boy, because I want to know. Send us a video, write us a little story, whatever you want to do. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Game Proposer, do you have anything?
Yeah, I would just say, like, my only true story is that when I was at E3, we were just standing near the Horizon Zero Dawn like backdrop. No one was there. No one was around. And Brian Altano from IGN was like kind of standing around and whatnot. Then I saw my other friend, Brian, who's actually with Tang Gentleman, really cool game audio cat. And we were all talking and whatnot. And then Brian Altano came around like our vicinity, whatever. But we like saw each other, and I just pointed at him and said, "What's up?" And he came over and said hi, and talked to all my friends, Gamer Complainer, Executioner, my friend Brian and whatnot. And I thought that was really like humble of him, as far as, you know, I mean, he's a busy guy. He's doing his show stuff. He was about to shoot some like footage for the Horizon Zero Dawn robot thing. But I've seen him. We met him last year at E3 outside.
Yes, we did.
It was really cool. We took pictures and whatever. Then I saw him again at GDC this year, and he was cool. And again, like, I saw him, and he didn't act brand new. He didn't act like he didn't know me. He recognized me and Executioner, and he said, "What's up?" And I just want to say, like, thank you, man. Like, people like you who are in the positions that you are, really, like, we really need more people like you out there, and you're a really good inspiration as far as like being humble for your position and your popularity and so on and so forth. So thanks for remembering us. Thank you, and thank you. That's my true story.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
Thanks.
All right, other than that, we're going to we have any other topics or no? All right, so we're just gonna wrap things up, so stay tuned, folks.
Do you love anime? Do you love music? If you answered yes, then check out the Anime OST Hour. You'll hear music from some of the greatest Japanese composers of all time, including Yoko Kanno, Joe Hisaishi, Hiroyuki Sawano, and more. Tune in Thursdays on your podcast app on iTunes, or check it out on SoundCloud. See you, Space Cowboy.
Hi there, guys. Welcome back. And now it's time to wrap things up. So, you know, we're going to wrap it up. So it's time for selfless plugins.
All right, I'm going to go first. I got quite a bit, actually. This is going to kind of cross over with Indie Radar in a little bit, but I want to give a plug to Abzu. And
yeah,
because we all play the game, a good friend of mine is doing the soundtrack. Of course, you guys know him. He's very well known. But if you tweet at Austin Wintry on Twitter, he's actually considering an early release of the soundtrack of the version. So you just got to tweet at Abzu Game and tweet at Austin Wintry. Abzu is spelled ABZU, and then Game on Twitter. And he said if he gets enough of those, he's going to release the early version of it of some sort. You can check his Twitter and see like exactly what he said and retweeted or whatnot. And that'll be pretty awesome. Also, shout out to Hyperkinetic. Thank you so much for that E3 party. We forgot about that, guys.
Oh,
actually,
yeah,
that
we
was
did,
really
because
cool.
it was such an amazing party.
Yeah, they rented out like little bowling lanes for us, had some great cheeseburgers and other little snacks and things like that. And they were really nice and really humble. Met some really cool people.
And we got to play with a few of them as well. So, you know.
Yeah, I got a little bowling thing going on and taught Gamer Complainer how to bowl a little bit. She did pretty good. She came in second.
Man, Gamer
that ain't good.
Well, for your first time, I think that's pretty good.
Nah, man. I want to be first.
So, yeah, shout out to Epic Tavern. That's the game that Hyperkinetic is making. They got their Kickstarter funded. They got their Steam. They're on Steam Greenlight now. Check out their Kickstarter. Give some more money to them so they can make their stretch goals, their Steam page.
More money.
Vote for them more. Check out their Facebook page. They are Epic Tavern at Twitter. And then actually Not a Clone demo game actually came out 2 or something weeks ago.
Woo.
So you guys can actually play that on Game Jolt or Newgrounds. And of course that's by Amiya Games. Yours truly did the sound design. So I'd appreciate it if you guys give some good feedback, leave comments. We'd love it. The game is coming out. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm not going to give you guys a month every time I say it's come out next month. We're we're in a development cycle of trying to get it polished. We want it to be good. We want it to be right. People are still loving it. You can check out the YouTube plays if you're a little sketchy, but I encourage you to try the game yourself. It's free right now. You got about 15 games to demo and get through, so that's pretty awesome, and you can do that. And last but not least, Reclaim Earth demo is coming out Monday, guys. Sure. I'm so excited for this. June 20th. Make sure you check out the art by our artist, James Brunner. He's at Man Over Mars on Twitter. And you can check out the game itself on Ancity Games. Ancity is spelled ANSITY Games. itch.io. The demo will be up. Or you can search Reclaim Earth on itch.io or in Google. And please follow Ancity Games at Ancity Games on Twitter. And you can follow me, of course, at Chase Bethia on Twitter as well. And I'd love for you guys to tweet and hear about it. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff. I'm not going to give away what we're going to be doing, but we have some really cool art design ideas that we're going to be doing. And I'm going to be finishing the soundtrack hopefully this year. But the demo is coming out. Please check it out. Please give us feedback. We'd really, really appreciate it. And that's my shameless self-plugging.
Hey, man, you did more than me.
I'm behind. I've been on for like 3 weeks. We think we have a special guest coming up, don't we?
Yeah, man, we got quite a few.
And we got gamer complainers busting out heck of new content. Why don't you tell them what's going on? Tell them about the teaser.
I'm gonna post an E3 vid, and Gamer Composer's gonna talk about his top 5 favorite games from E3. Just a brief overview, and posted a teaser this morning with some footage from the convention that's on our Facebook page. And we have another Thrift Shop Gamer coming out, and then we'll have some more gameplay stuff. I know you guys like that, especially the PS4 stuff. I got some good feedback on Knack, so I'll probably be streaming the Resident Evil 7 demo today or tomorrow, and also do some more PS4 streaming and maybe some GTA stuff, because I have a lot of fun on GTA. So yep, at Gamer Complainers, or find us on Facebook, facebook.com/gamercomplainers. I'm thinking about starting a website soon, maybe some merch, but we will see. Editing is difficult, takes a lot of time, can only do so much, but I plan on making more content over the summer before fall hits and when I get busy again, and pull a JonTron and have like one video every 4 months or something. But yep, that's all that's coming up.
Of course, the Chronicles of Gamers. You can hit us up, the Chronicles of Gamers podcast at gmail.com. The website, the Chronicles of Gamers. Also, by the way, shout out to Ted Edwards. You know, met him at E3. Gamer Composer's like best friend, really good friend.
Yep.
And now we're really good friends. And then I got another person to shout out. Chimney Chokers, sorry. Also, I want to give a shout out to Joseph Coleman, who's actually the animator for Cuphead, like the main animator. Met him at E3. He was actually telling me about the game, and I'm going to try and have him on Hyperkinetic as well. I'm going to have him on as well. There's quite a few interviews I really want to do. But, yeah. Honestly, yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to us ramble and talk about our wonderful experience about E3, and hopefully it inspires you to come check out E3 as well. Trust me, it's still good to come. Just be prepared for certain events.
Yeah, if you need to avoid the bullshit, just hit us up, tweet at us, and we'll tell you how to avoid the bullshit so you can have the best time possible.
Sure. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm out of here. Stay lit.
Skate 'em.